Hello, my little maggots, my little children of the darkness, oh, wait, what's this? Yes, technically this is the body of a 24-year-old, but sometimes it feels more like the body of an 84-year-old. I'm having a carpal tunnel flare-up. This is the first that I've ever had, and it's the worst. I cannot type, I cannot edit without the pain flaring up, and so I've been resting for the past several days. If you are a devoted cult member, then maybe you have been anticipating my review of Insidious the Red Door. Is it too late for that now? I don't know, maybe. But the point is, I've had to take a break from a lot of my work because pretty much my whole job is typing and editing. And then there's this part, but really that's the time-consuming stuff. So I decided today would be a collection update video. I did some thrifting, some vintage shopping, and I found some really good stuff in the past few days. And also, this video is unscripted, meaning I was able to fully cut out the typing portion of creating a video. Good for the wrists and good for the audience too, because you guys love my unhinged improv. So win-win, win-win-win. You hear my shoulders crack when I did that? Also, if you're new here, you might be a little confused. You're like, did she say cult member? Yeah, and it's not that weird, and I'm tired of people acting like it is. This channel is like my own personal little online cult, and you can join too. It's super easy. All you have to do is click subscribe, and then also I make sure that people click the notification bell, because then that way you never miss our next meeting. Especially because we do lots of watch-alongs, and those are on live streams, and so I'd love to have you join us for one of those. I also do like top 10 countdowns on live streams, like top 10 dark comedies was one of our last ones, and sometimes we get drunk during those watch-alongs because they are in service of fundraising for my next short film. It's gonna be called Liked. I'm super pumped for it. I'm trying to fundraise enough to get an animatronic for one of the special effects in the short. So join the cult, join a live stream. The more you tip, the drunker I get, and the closer I am to making my next movie. Also, there is an incentive for the GoFundMe because I'm doing a giveaway currently. You can find all the details on my horror Instagram. It's at Haunted Hippie Horror. But as you can see, there are several different packs that I'm giving away. We have some classic Blu-rays with American Psycho, The Craft. We've got what I'm calling the Unhinged Men DVD pack with Donnie Darko and The Guest and Amityville Horror. We've got some sleeved Blu-rays, and then we also have a paranormal pack, which includes Dead Silence and Halloween 3, Annabelle Creation. So all you have to do is donate more than 99 cents to the GoFundMe and then screenshot your receipt, send it to my business email, and tell me which pack you'd like. Just wanted to kick off with that because that is sort of part of the anti-haul of this video, which is going to be a new thing that I think I'll be doing in my collection updates. I'm also going to be including the movies that I'm getting rid of. So that being said, I'm now going to cut away to me opening my horror pack and showing off a few more movies from my anti-haul. Wait a minute, excuse me. Hello, hi there, editing Kylie here. I need to butt in because I know what you're thinking. Physical media is dwindling and streaming services are king, whether we like it or not. If you rely on streaming, but you feel uninspired by the current horror selections on your streaming services, then I think I might have the solution for you. Let me introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Atlas VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network that allows you to do a lot more than just stream movies from other countries, although obviously that is a huge perk for movie nerds like us. For example, I was browsing US Netflix for horror movies and found the selection a bit uninspiring, but all I had to do was open the Atlas VPN app, switch the location to London, and look at how many amazing horror movies they are streaming across the pond. Like I said though, there are many important functions of a VPN, so even if you're not a big movie watcher, you should be using one. It ensures that everything you do on the internet goes through an encrypted tunnel, so your data is protected from hackers, the government, and even your internet service provider. You can also use the app on your mobile device and protect your data with literally the click of a button. Another insane perk is cheaper travel. Yeah, you heard me. If you're browsing a hotel site and the prices look a little out of range, you can always try browsing from another country and watch those prices drop. All these perks, and it costs less than $2 a month. Yes, again, you heard me correctly. They're having a huge summer deal right now where you can get 85% off of your subscription. For 3 years, you can get Atlas VPN for $1.83 a month plus 3 months free. And think about it this way, $1.83 is cheaper than the maybe $3 or $4 you would spend to rent a movie on Amazon that might be streaming in the UK for free. It's more than worth it. Make sure that you click the link down below in the description box so that you can grab that deal today. I will also leave the link in the pinned comment of this video to make it really easy for you. Thank you again to Atlas VPN for sponsoring today's video. I am loving my new access to horror movies and cheaper travel options. I'm visiting a friend in New York in about a week, and then I'm heading off to Minneapolis, and let me tell you, it has been handy. But now let's get back to the video. Hello, I am Kylie from the past, and I am here to talk about Horror Pack today. First of all, I'm doing something that I don't think I've ever done before, but I'm sort of in a period of like spring cleaning, except that it's more like pre-spooky season cleaning. These are all Horror Pack originals, 4 months worth right here. And this stack right here is unfortunately part of this collection updates anti-haul. I don't know if I've ever seen a physical media collector do this before, where they do an anti-haul, like the stuff that they're getting rid of. I tried out each and every one of these Horror Pack original movies, so Angel, 73 Minutes, Fangs Out, and Prosper, and each one was really just worse than the last. They are the type of movies that the quality is so low that you just know within the first like 5 minutes that you don't need to watch the rest. The only one that might be an exception maybe is 73 Minutes, but this one I lasted maybe like 10 minutes and was just like, you know what, this is not interesting to me. Generally I do try to tough it out with most movies, so I feel like it's really telling that even, you know, as someone that this is my job to speak about horror movies, even I couldn't get through these. That is my testament to the quality of these films. I'm really just like more so confused than anything else. What function do these Horror Pack exclusives serve? Who is paying off the good people of Horror Pack to include these in the boxes? Now, you might be wondering, Kylie, why are you speaking so negatively about a company that sends you free stuff? Well, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna lie just in the name of getting free stuff? No. So Horror Pack, I get it. If you want to stop sending me boxes after this, I am gonna do an unboxing for you though right now. I just need to be honest. Like I am trying to maintain the trust between me and my audience, and I gotta tell you, all the Horror Pack exclusives are so bad. Now, what Horror Pack is really good for is for filling in the gaps of your collection of all the like franchise movies that you might not think to buy. So now I own every single Purge movie. I have all the movies of the Annabelle and the Conjuring franchise. So Horror Pack is great for movies like that, and also more underrated movies. Like in one of the last packs, I got Spree, which is the found footage movie with Joe Keery in it. And I'm pretty sure that that might be like a Hulu exclusive. So I didn't even know it was on physical media. So that's really cool. Horror Pack comes through with a lot of gems, but the Horror Pack exclusives, like, I don't understand this phenomenon. It's like how Netflix just comes out with garbage after garbage, and you're like, is it money laundering? Is that what's going on when movies like The Bubble cost almost $200 million? It's just confusing to me, because I'm like, why do this? Like, are you doing this just because they are movies that are only exclusive to Horror Pack, and that's the best that you can do? In which case, I don't think that's worth it. I don't need something special exclusive just to Horror Pack if it's gonna be that bad. Like, if anything, I feel like that's kind of sullying your brand. I don't think anyone from Horror Pack is watching, but if you are, this is earnest advice. Maybe ditch that, okay? Maybe ditch that or shell out to exclusively distribute movies that are actually good. I don't know who is doing the quality control of that, because I get that it's supposed to feel like a perk, like, oh, nobody else owns these movies on physical media except for the people that get Horror Pack. It's supposed to be really cool, like nobody else has these. Nobody else would want these, like that's what I'm saying. So that is just my advice coming from a good citizen. Now let's get into the newest Horror Pack box. ASMR. I do love how they package up the movies, because first of all, you open it and then it comes in this other little slip. I don't have to look. I can be surprised when I take out the first movie and it's The Intruder, a reverse Get Out. Okay. Starring Dennis Quaid. I'm sorry, and this came out after Get Out? What is Dennis Quaid up to right now? When a young married couple buys their dream house in the Napa Valley, they think they have found the perfect home to take their next steps as a family. But when the strangely attached seller continues to infiltrate their lives, they begin to suspect that he has hidden motivations beyond a quick sale. Okay, slay. All right, and the next movie from the Horror Pack is... oh, this is the Horror Pack exclusive. Okay. They also do this thing where it comes in like a plastic sleeve. And I'm like, why do you, it's just so wasteful. This one is called Loon, and judging by the fact that there is a big moon in the sky there, I don't know if that's a play on the word moon. When Taylor's father unexpectedly passes away, he inherits all of his property, including a secluded little lake house in Montana. Soon after, Taylor and his new bride, Anne, decide to honeymoon by the lake for some much needed rest and relaxation. But as the two begin to settle in, things are not as serene as they thought. There's no one around, the forest is almost too quiet, and they soon encounter an overbearing neighbor named Chuck who likes to carry around an axe. But this one has a bunch of laurels from film festivals, so maybe there's something to this one. I don't know if the other ones I've received got any film festival appraisal. No. None of these other 4 that I'm getting rid of have any film festival certifications on them, so maybe that points to good news for Loon. Anyways, next movie is sleeved Incarnation. Okay. Don't know this one either. Based on the legendary demon Mammon, Incarnation is a twisted tale of greed about a young couple chasing the American dream. Yeah, judging by the pictures on the back here, yet again, I just do not trust in the quality of this film. This is not the strongest month for horror pack so far, so let's see if they can make up for it with the last movie. Oh! They did. You know what? They did. Oh, The Craft Legacy. This movie gets endlessly shit on, and I shamelessly love it. The third act is really where it just goes completely down the drain, but other than that, it is such a lovely, fun movie. I'm so happy about this because it's been on my Amazon wish list for forever. So Horror Pack, you redeemed yourself. I'm glad that I pulled this one out last. There are 2 featurettes, The Franchise Legacy and Powerful Story, Magical Director, and there are 4 alternate scenes with an introduction from the director. Oh, alternate scenes. This makes me so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, not a total L for the month of July for Horror Pack. There you go. There you have it. There are the movies for the month of July. The Intruder, Incarnation, Loon, and The Craft Legacy. I have a feeling that I'll probably definitely be getting rid of Loon and Incarnation if I give those a go. Intruder, we'll see. We'll find out. I'm not super hopeful. I don't know what a reverse Get Out would even mean. Like, what does that mean? So that has piqued my curiosity because, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, my time in the spotlight is done. Back to present day Kylie. Mwah. All right, back to the present day. Yay, love that. Okay, so basically what I do for these videos is I just go through my whole stack based on when and where I got them. So that means we're kicking it off with these 2 up top here. You can probably already see the title of one of them. But first of all, I found The Parent Trap. This movie was so important to me when I was a child. I can't even begin to tell you. I've seen it so many times. Just so many times. There's so many special features on this DVD as well. And you might be kind of surprised. You might be thinking like, well, wait, how did you not already have this movie? Well, I did, but the thing is that it's one of those clamshell VHS tapes because we have a whole little Disney collection of those. So obviously I needed to also have it on DVD, and I love that I found it in this white case. This feels like such a throwback. Yeah, this is a 2005 DVD release, so we love that early 2000s vibes. And I think this is fun. There's a special feature called Updating a Classic, which is a look back at the making of The Parent Trap. And then there's featurettes like how Lindsay Lohan came up with her accent and how Hallie became Annie. So I'm really excited because this is one of my favorite Lindsay Lohan movies of all time. And then another movie from my youth. Oh, by the way, I got these both at a Salvation Army and they were $2 each. Love that. But John Tucker Must Die. I have not seen this since my youth. This is another early 2000s absolute gem. And it's, I guess, about just good old-fashioned female revenge. And this is a nice sleeved copy, so gotta love that. It's in pretty good shape. The sleeve is a little bit sticky though. I don't know if I'll keep it. But this is also the Sweet Revenge edition, so it's the extended cut you couldn't see in theaters. And then all those special features. Look at that. Oh, love it. There's so many featurettes. Oh, this also comes with the original version and the extended cut. That's nice. Deleted scenes. Oh, there's an on-set tour and there's a ton of featurettes. Oh, a John Tucker Must Die dating quiz. Oh my god. I just feel like this is one of those more underrated teen classics of the early thousands, you know? So that's the little Salvation Army mini haul. These next four I found at a Goodwill, and it was just my lucky day because I don't know if this is true of every location, but they've really expanded on the physical media section. Usually there would just be like these 3 shelves that were full of like a bunch of crappy DVDs. And now when I went in today, it really had expanded. There were like 9 shelves of DVDs. So I found some really good stuff. Typically I only pick up like 1 or 2 DVDs in each location that I go to, but mama. I'm gonna start with this one because it's kind of a little bit more obscure for me. So we have War for the Planet of the Apes, and this is the 3rd movie in the trilogy that came out. When was this? Like the early 2010s? Yeah, so this one was in 2017, and I only got this because I've never seen it, but I do already own the sleeved copies of parts 1 and 2 of this trilogy. So Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which Rise and Dawn, that confuses me because I'm like, okay, so which one is the first one? Which one's the sequel? I don't know. I just know that the first one has James Franco, the second one has Jason Isaac. So this just felt like a weird sort of kismet kind of thing because I'm like, I already own the first and second movies in these exact sleeved Blu-rays. So it just felt right to complete that collection. And I don't know why, because I'm not like super big on these movies. I haven't seen them in years. But I remember this one was supposed to be really good. So it might be, you know, an action trilogy that I watch with my dad someday or something. I do remember really liking the first movie, and also Draco Malfoy is in it. The next Blu-ray that I got from Goodwill is dun dun dun, Shutter Island, a Martin Scorsese film. Yes, this one I was very excited about because this is a movie that I've only seen once, but it also feels like a movie that demands several watches. I love ambiguous, twisty thrillers. I love them. This also has some special features: Behind the Shutters and Into the Lighthouse, probably just a few featurettes. I really wish that it had director's commentary. That'd be really cool, but there's not a whole lot of special features on this one. I'm just happy that I found it on Blu-ray in such good shape. Cannot complain. I also found 2 Clippy DVDs. I know, if you're new here, I know that there is a proper name for them, but I don't use it. I don't care. I call them Clippy DVDs. That is what they are to me. That is my reality. The first one I found was a movie that's been on my watch list for a really long time. Contact, starring Jodie Foster and who is that? Is that Matthew McConaughey? It is. But it's a Robert Zemeckis film that is about contacting extraterrestrial life. It just feels like it's gonna be one of those movies that is about the wonderment of the beyond. I feel like Robert Zemeckis with this movie might be sort of emulating a Christopher Nolan effect. Listen, I know Robert Zemeckis came first before Christopher Nolan, but I just watched Oppenheimer, so that's what I'm going off of. I'm just really happy that I found it, and in this Clippy DVD format. Also, the inside is really pretty, and there's artwork even on the DVD, which isn't always the case. I do love that. And this, I love this. Now, the last one that I found in this Goodwill location, yes, 13 Ghosts, the remake from 2002 or whatever. I love this movie so much. It is so stupid. It is mind-numbing, and I love it. It feels like an R-rated Disney Channel original movie. Like, I'm so serious about that. I don't know why it has that atmosphere to it, but it just does. If you somehow don't know about this movie, I mean, it's an early 2000s Matthew Lillard classic. It was when he was in the prime of his career. Because this came out, what, the same year as the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie? Yeah, 2001? No. This was such a find for me, and it's also a Clippy DVD. Also, some people don't really understand why sometimes I get DVDs and sometimes I get Blu-rays, because the way that a lot of people collect is like they try to maintain a uniform type of physical media. So there are some people even that they'll have all DVDs and then they'll buy all Blu-rays and then they upgrade all of them to 4K. First of all, that sounds so fucking expensive. And second of all, I do really love when, you know, this movie came out in 2001 and this DVD is probably from that same year. So I love having movies that are in the medium of the year that they came out, especially early 2000s stuff on DVD, because the DVD menus are always the best. You wouldn't steal a car. A bunch of my DVDs have that little gem that plays in front of the movie. And then also because in the early thousands, the highest quality of a lot of, you know, shitty lower budget horror movies was 720. You know, it was just like standard HD. And they were shot digitally, so there's only so much they can do to restore it and bring it up to Blu-ray or 4K. When it's on film, like movies that are shot in the 70s and stuff like Star Wars, when that's restored to 4K, that's a whole other story. I'm like, yes, give me that, because that looks fantastic. But concerning early 2000s movies, they can only up the quality so much, and I just don't really care. Like, they look good enough. It is nostalgic for me, I suppose. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually talked about that, about why I get DVDs and Blu-rays and why I just have such a like mixed media collection. So this does it for the Goodwill haul. This was a very good day for me. Now I need to take you through all the thrifting and vintage shopping that I did when I went up to Ventura this past weekend. I guess I'll start with these because you can clearly see the titles of them. Obviously got 2 different VHS tapes, and we can start with Return of the Jedi. This happens to be my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. It is my favorite of the entire franchise, all, what is it, like 10 or 11 movies? This one is just a little bit messed up in the back, but otherwise it is in such good shape, like hardly any fraying around the edges. edges. I just had to own this. I already have it, I think on DVD, right? But I love the way that VHS tapes look when you store them. They kind of look like books. Also, someday I am gonna get myself one of those little VHS player TV combo little guys, because eventually when I move in with my partner, we'll be able to like build forts, and then we can bring the TV into the fort, or we can go camping in the backyard and use an extension cord and bring the TV into the little tent. And I just think that'll be such a vibe. Now this one, because it is a Star Wars movie, I think one of the original trilogy, it did cost $6, which is kind of expensive, especially because I got this in a little vintage shop. Usually they're about $1, which is how much I paid for this other one, which you might not be able to believe because this is Jurassic Park: The Lost World, and oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I had to get this because number one, it's cool. And number two, because I already own the first Jurassic Park on VHS. In fact, let me go grab that for you. Granted, this one is not quite as cool. I believe that the last time I went to Ventura, I got this one in the same location. So now I've got the two of them, and I can't wait till I eventually find the third one on VHS. This is just magnificent. I mean, it's magnificent. Also, something that I found inside of the VHS tape, I don't know if the person that owned this just never played it, but look at what I found here. I can get a $5 rebate on Tropicana juice. Just kidding, this probably expired, a good, 25 years ago. Yeah, see, this was 1997, which is a shame because also in this booklet, you can order Jurassic Park toys. There's a bunch of stuff I think you can order in this little packet. Like, it's several pages long and there's just, a whole mess of random stuff in there. Oh, you can get Jim Carrey's Liar Liar for only $23. Oh my God, this is so cute. It's so on theme too. You can also order the Land Before Time movies. I think they put that in here for any parent that was super into Jurassic Park and is like, wait, for my kid, I can get them Land Before Time. Get them to watch Land Before Time. They fall in love with dinosaurs. They fall right into my little trap. And then eventually we can watch Jurassic Park, probably when they're still too young. My dad showed me the Jurassic Park movies when I was way too young, but it really gave me an appreciation for them. So anyway, not including this, original Jurassic Park, but oh, what a haul. I've gotten these all from the same place. Oh, and also, I swear to God, I'm not like gatekeeping these stores. I just don't remember their names. Also, I don't like to make public the places that I frequent. Hopefully you can understand that. But also, I don't think I could tell you even if I wanted to, because in Ventura, you'll just be walking along like the main street, and then you'll look into a window and you're like, what is all this like weird old crap? Oh, it's a vintage store. So a lot of them don't even have signage. Like, you just kind of wander in and there's just piles of random crap. So those are the kind of places where I'm finding this stuff, including at the next stop where I found just a bunch of big boxes of really shitty DVDs. So I got these next three there and they were all only $1 each. I love that for me. I love it. So first up at this next curious little hole in the wall, I found Observe and Report. This is one of Seth Rogen's first movies, or at least one of his first comedies. It also stars like Anna Faris and Michael Pena. I have never seen it before, but I've always been a really big fan of Seth Rogen. I love almost every comedy that he's done. I mean, Superbad, all-time classic, obviously. So this predates Superbad. I've been really curious about it and found it for $1. Absolutely no special features on this one, so oh well. The next one I found is one that you guys have actually recommended to me for a very long time. That would be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie that predated the show with Sarah Michelle Gellar. This one also doesn't have any bonus features. This was another $1 DVD, so there's nothing much going on. But I got this because I thought it was just such a fun thing to have in the collection. This feels like sort of a rare thing to find. I have never seen it on DVD in all my years of thrifting for physical media. Now, it is really bad. It's terrible. Like, nothing about this movie really is good except for like a few action sequences and the fact that Donald Sutherland and David Arquette are there. And David Arquette plays a vampire, and it's good. That's the good part about it. Everything else is bad, but it is a good movie that you can just kind of throw on while you're doing other stuff. Like, it's a really easy movie. You throw it on, you're doing your laundry, whatever. I like having movies like that. Movies that are just really, really easy watches. So yeah, not mad about this one. I'm gonna keep it. Then the last one that I found is yet another very obscure, I think early 2000s movie. This is a movie that I'm really just like not sure how I didn't know about it. Maybe at some point one of my subs has recommended it to me, but I don't know if you saw on the front. This is the unrated widescreen edition from the author of The Ring, starring Jennifer Connelly. Even Hitchcock could not have done it better. That is a crazy crazy thing to say, but I understand why they would put it on front of the DVD. Also, it stars John C. Reilly, if you see him down there, and there are a ton of special features. I just don't know how I never heard about this movie, because apparently it was released theatrically. Because right here on the back it says, far more terrifying than what was seen in theaters, this special unrated version of Darkwater is thoroughly absorbing. Plus deleted scenes, there's a featurette on the movie's sound design, that's kind of cool. Beneath the Surface, the making of Dark Water, an extraordinary ensemble, those are different featurette names. And I just cannot get over the fact that it stars Jennifer Connelly and John C. Reilly, and I'm like, what is this? I guess when I watch it, I'll look into like the theatrical information in the box office and see what kind of a pop cultural impact this had, because clearly it didn't live on. I mean, what the hell? So I had to pick this one up and see what it was all about. Maybe it's a hidden diamond in the rough, although I kind of doubt it. So that was a really good haul at the little hole in the wall where I was digging through boxes. At the next Goodwill, I only found this one little piece right here, which you can see is Wrong Turn. This is a really nice sleeved edition. It's, I don't know, kind of shiny. There's no shift to it, but it's got a really good texture. There are also a ton of special features. I don't know if you'll be able to make that out, but it's in the little warning sign right there. So there's director commentary with the actors and a ton of featurettes as well. This comes to me at the perfect time, honestly, because I have been wanting to do a comparison of this movie to the 2021 reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it, because I love that movie. And when I first watched this one, I was like, oh, this is really bad. But now I want to watch it again because that was a few years ago, and I just feel like I'll appreciate more about it, even if it is just kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff. I also kind of took a chance on it because the DVD inside did look a little bit scratched up maybe, but I thought that it'd be worth it, if not for the movie, then for all the wonderful featurettes and all the research that I can do with it. So either way, it's a win, and this is a classic, so I thought I might as well own it, especially on a sleeved DVD. Now my last Goodwill stop, because these are all movies that were sent to me, I found these 3 gems. We can start with the Blu-ray because this is one of my best finds of this whole video. Somehow I did not own The Silence of the Lambs before this. Yeah, I mean, you heard me right, which if you've been here for any stretch of time, then maybe you would know this is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Hannibal Lecter is my favorite villain of all time, at least horror movie villain. This also has a ton of special features. It's got deleted scenes, a bunch of featurettes. I think there was commentary on it as well. Oh no, it doesn't look like there's commentary, but there are so many featurettes, including an original making of featurette from 1991. Oh, that is so cool. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on this franchise, like with haste, very soon. Oh, I love this. It also has the outtakes reel. I feel like, would that demystify Hannibal Lecter at all? I don't think so. It also has TV spots, the teaser trailer, the original theatrical trailer. All that stuff is really fun. Anthony Hopkins' phone message. I don't know what that is. Maybe it was like a special marketing thing from back in the day, but a wonderful find, obviously. And not even opened. Like, are we serious? The next thing that I found at this location was the Star Wars bonus material of the original trilogy. So this contains the documentary Empire of Dreams, which I believe is about 2.5 hours long. However, there is 236 minutes of bonus material on this, which means that besides that documentary, there are so many more featurettes to get into here. There's almost 4 hours of bonus material on this DVD, and I know what you're thinking. You might be like, well, I don't know. I looked up Empire of Dreams. It looks like it's streaming on Disney Plus. Why would you buy a DVD with stuff that might be available on YouTube? I don't know, because the streaming services scare me. I think I'm rightfully a little bit paranoid. What if Disney is like, not that many people are watching this, so why don't we just get rid of it for like a tax write-off for the next quarter? So the fact that I can hold it in my hands, that I own it physically, and nothing will happen to it in my care, it, ensures the survival of the media on it. I know that seems kind of dramatic, but that's kind of how I feel. Anyway, moving on, up next, I finally found Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, this doesn't come with any special features on it, but not to worry, because I already own all the special features and the rest of this collection. Let me show you. So when my grandpa passed, I was able to hang on to a lot of his DVD collection, and I don't know what happened to Temple of Doom. I thought that he had that movie, but we have the first, third, and fourth movies here on DVD. There was a time months and months ago, I don't remember when, that I found the bonus material for all the Indiana Jones movies. I think that it was part of this collection, but I don't know if my grandpa just didn't keep it or what. Maybe they're not part of the same collection. I don't know, but they look like they're the same. I've already shared this with you guys. It has like a 3-hour documentary about Spielberg and Lucas and how they created the franchise. So now it's just amazing to me that I found the Temple of Doom. And they must have produced a bajillion of these DVDs, right? But the fact that I found all the ones that are part of the same collection, but were from different individual collections collections is just crazy to me. These past shopping trips, I really have just found the perfect pieces to the missing little puzzles in my collection. So very happy about Indiana Jones. Now that does it for everything that I have purchased lately. So now to get into the stuff that I've been sent. Sometimes you guys send little notes along too, but I like to keep those to myself. A few of these are from a subscriber named Charlie. In fact, I think actually these top 4 are from Charlie. But let's get into these because I was sent 4 Criterion Collection Blu-rays, which I don't think I've ever owned any Criterion Collection items before. So to kick things off with this one, which is unopened, we have The Fisher King, which I've never seen before, but I've been dying to because I love Terry Gilliam. The only movies of his that I've seen are Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis. He has got such a funky style. He's a director that I feel like is not talked about enough as the auteur that he is. Granted, the 2 movies I've seen have drastically different tones and different feelings, but the fact that he has that kind of grasp on like artistic vision is just amazing to me. So I'm really excited to watch this one, The Fisher King. And then this one is also by Terry Gilliam, and it is Time Bandits. So that's really cool. Even The Fisher King is unopened, which thank you so much for sending this to me. Now, I don't know if either of these movies have any special features on them. I don't know if that is a feature of Criterion Collection movies, although I think it might be for some of them. We'll see, because these other 2 I'm pretty sure had some special features. You also probably saw the titles on the spines of these movies, but yes, I got Night of the Living Dead, which I think I own on DVD somewhere around here. I'm not sure. This one is sleeved, so you open it up and the artwork. Oh, so I just want to show you the artwork that is on either side of the Blu-ray here. Oh, so pretty. And then you open it up and it looks like there's a poster. Ooh, oh my gosh. On the back, it's like a bunch of information. Oh my gosh. It's like this whole, I don't know, article, I guess, about the movie. That is so cool. And then the front of the poster looks like this. This is so cool. I don't know if I'd hang it up in my home, but I definitely do want to read this. Next time I watch the movie, I will. But also this one comes with 2 discs, so I am inclined to believe there must be some special features here. Next up, this is one of my favorite things that I have received lately. This is the Criterion Collection edition of Dazed and Confused. Finally watched this for the first time this year, and this is now one of my favorite movies of all time. This edition is so cool. It comes with so many different special features. Like they're just, I mean, endless. Including Making Dazed, which is a 50-minute documentary. There's footage from the 10-year anniversary celebration. There is audition footage and deleted scenes. Not to mention, this comes with a little booklet in it, so it slides out here. Oh, and there's a poster. Oh, this is so cool. I think that this is the original poster image. It's like the neon one with the car. Oh, look at that. And all the faces of the cast on it. Oh my god, cute. The DVD inside is also really cute. It's all colorful. There's all these little bubbles with pictures of the cast and stuff. And then also, it comes with this super dense booklet. Look how thick this is. But again, more adorable artwork of all the cast on there. And then it's just like, you know, it's like a little textbook on this movie. Like there's so much in here. I mean, where to begin? This probably just has to be my favorite thing that I have received. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's in this beautiful little packaging with all this fun behind the scenes stuff, and all with amazing artwork to boot. It's just so cool. And then finally, sent by a dear subscriber named Joanna, who has been here from the very beginning, we have another copy of Dazed and Confused. This is probably one of the original DVDs, and it has some special features on it as well. This one, I don't know if I'll hang on to. I might end up doing a giveaway or something. I'm not sure. I think Joanna had also sent me another copy of Halloween 3, but because multiple people had sent that to me, the one that she sent I am including in a giveaway, which I talked about at the top of the video. Don't forget, go support liked, and then let me know. But this is the last thing that I have to share with you. If you subscribe, keep your ear to the ground, keep your nose sniffing, then you will know the next time that I'm doing a giveaway, and I'll probably include this one. So that does it for the collection update. I would stack them all back up, but they're kind of scattered on the floor in front of me, and that just seems like a lot of work. Now, in another month or so, I'll probably have another update for you, and I will also show you the updates to all my shelves, because every time that I bring in a bunch of new movies to my collection, I typically like to move things around, but I don't like to do the whole upheaval of moving everything every single month, you know? So we can save that for next time, also because I don't want even more raw footage to have to edit. I'd like this flare up to go down as quickly as possible, so we'll see that soon. Now you might have noticed these names scrolling on screen, and all hail the names on screen. These people keep my income supplemented on days when I am not live streaming, when I am not putting out a video. So basically all the days that I am doing research, that I am writing my videos, that I am editing, they keep this channel funded. These people ensure that all this wonderful free content is available for you guys. And in return, I do post a lot of bonus content over there. In fact, I am just about to film my first raw thoughts about Oppenheimer and Barbie. That will be exclusive only over on Patreon, so do consider joining. It'll be linked down below. If not, you can also follow me on all my social media. Instagram, I am pretty active on, and I always keep you updated on what I'm working on, so you can follow me over there, have fun, go nuts. If none of that is for you, then more than anything, I just hope that you enjoyed this video and that I catch you in the next one. Bye!